When the Titan Lords fell, a new age of might came to Sedaria. An age defined by one simple decree. That whoever was the strongest in Sedaria, enough to slay its previous ruler, would hold dominion over the land. And so it was, for thousands of years. And so it is, yet today. Aloysius, the Mad King of Sedaria, now rules these lands. Over the last 10 years, he has spread his influence. Using cruel hobgoblins and gnolls as soldiers, the land of Sedaria quakes, torn apart by his frenzied greed for the power it holds within. For Sedaria is a lost land, a land of riches unclaimed, of legends untold, of power unseen. A beautiful, vast, and deadly land. It calls to the bold, to the clever, to the daring, to any who would dare its shores seeking adventure. It calls to Megan, the war-forged paladin. It calls to Nyx, the half-elf warlock. It calls to Nizip, the dragon-born rogue. It calls to Tig, the kobold bard. It calls to Zidane, the wood elf ranger. It calls to Trill, the Aarakocra druid. And to those it calls, Sedaria offers welcome. The wilds are not easy, and not kind. But they shall give a tale to remember. For this is the land of limitless adventure. This is the legend of the Wildlands.
Hello and welcome to D6 Tricks Legend of the Wildlands. I am your lovely host Alex, and I just spent the last week adding a bunch of cool modules that hopefully won't break Foundry wide open. Joining me as always is my lovely casting crew of players. We have Anne.
Please, we don't need any more Foundry hiccups.
We have Atwas.
Hello.
We have Juno.
Sorry, I got a mouthful of nuts right now.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We have Professor Moore.
Druids have the wild shape feature.
We have Queen.
I can't think of anything.
And we have Toonwolf.
What do you mean druids have wild shape? Where?
I would like to turn into a bird. Trill, I got some bad news for you. I got some great news. I got some bad news or great news, depending on how you feel about being a bird already.
Becomes non-anthropomorphic bird.
Becomes regular bird. Finally! My one true dream!
Freedom! Freedom from the shackles of society.
Alright. So, when last we left off on Legend of the Wildlands, our heroes were undergoing a quest to confront the Jack of Brambles, a pretty high-ranking fae from all they had known about, and get him to party a little less hard, so that a merchant known as the Count or the Duke Petronio, it's not quite clear what rank of nobility he is, could get some sleep and get them a merchant ring that allows them remote access to the merchants of Sedaria. Entering the party, helping some absolutely wasted satyrs get out of a very easy hedge maze, and mingling with the locals, our heroes found the Jack of Brambles, who was unwilling to cool down the party, saying that it was somehow vital to providing a barrier between this world and the world of the Prince of Frost, the de facto leader of the Winter Fae, and all in all, a very nasty man. So, he offered them a couple of options if they thought that was worth the risk. One was trial by combat, and the other was favors, including drinking a drink with literal spikes in it. They opted for the trial by combat, and it was almost deadly, but with the help of a very powerful 4-dimensional bear, they managed to win the day over the Jack of Brambles, who had zero bad feelings about being bested in battle and agreed he would look into maybe partying a little less hard and having a bit less drip. Yeah. After resting, they then decided to head down southeast towards the second nearest tower, because the other actual nearest tower was in the tundra, and they were like, fuck that, we're not going to the tundra. Along the way there, they ran into Petronio, who gave them the merchant ring and went along his way. And they then tested the merchant ring, which gave them access to 20 different merchants across Sedaria, including Petronio, who they called up despite him being like 30 yards away and in visible distance. It's becoming a trend, somehow, that they're like, wait a second, and try to get back to the place they just left. We'll see if that continues as we head back to Sedaria and find the next plan. Could it be testing out the merchant's ring? Could it be just getting the hell out? We shall see right now.
But we already tested the ring.
Hey guys, do you want to call Petronio again? All right. So, where to, my intrepid adventurers?
Let me check the map. And by the map, I mean the notes.
The same thing, right?
Well, we were headed down to the tower anyway, so I guess we keep on moving that way.
Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, happy 20 sessions.
Yay!
Woo!
Sessions.
Let's go.
Woo, 20 seconds!
We're gonna be traveling for like 3 days, and we're gonna have nilbogs every step of the way.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Alrighty, roll for
We're
random
still-
encounters, hang on.
we're still in nilbog country. The chance of encountering a nilbog is never zero.
Never zero.
True that.
Never.
Right.
Sadly.
Sorry to be completely stupid. Is there an easy place we can look at the missions we've got going so far?
Yes,
Yeah.
under
Journal quest
quest
log.
log.
Oh, quest log. Sorry, I missed the quest log all the way down there. Right, seal log.
All the way down there.
I don't
So,
see the quest.
It's the
It's
very,
right at the
very
bottom.
bottom.
Yeah.
Very
very
bottom,
bottom.
like disconnected from the other tabs.
Oh, it's covered by my date and time.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
Well then.
maybe adjust your window.
all right. So, I believe we want to do the Lord of Tease deal then.
We gotta
Maybe
get a seal.
we gotta get or seal.
All right, so
Well, one
North
seal,
Central,
but
North Central, South Central, Western Desert, and Eastern Desert. We have not really touched the central area at all, I don't believe.
not
Nope.
really.
I mean, we are north, and we are heading down towards the tower. If we want to keep heading south a little bit towards the outskirts of the central area, maybe we can search to see if we can find the north central one.
Yeah,
Sure.
since we're already here, so we're not like going
Yeah.
back
Or at
and
least get-
forth
at least get
everywhere.
close
Yeah.
to where it is.
Let's take care of all of our business here first before going anywhere else.
Makes sense.
For once.
Alright. So, in that case, double checking the previous encounters, it looks like you don't get any more random encounters for the morning, so you continue on your travels, and dusk arrives. It's time for more watches.
All right.
Oh boy.
All right, I'll take one.
I'll take the caboose.
The caboose.
I'll take middle.
Alright.
Wow, I have eyes.
You do indeed have eyes. Congratulations on your eyes.
Wow.
Alright. Ready, set. Yeah. So, you take a look around, being on alert for any nilbogs, because, as you all know, this is nilbog territory. And oh god, you don't want to deal with any more nilbogs. But you don't see any signs of any.
Oh, thank God. Holding my breath. Ah. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
All right. Ouch.
Ow. That is
Like, it's
most
you two.
unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
You don't see anything.
All right. Let's see how my calming goes.
Nice.
It's common.
It's coming.
Consistent.
But common Duolingo AI is not doing you any favors.
Nope.
That's why you should get Babbel instead whenever it goes on sale. Anyway. You also don't catch a hint of anything.
Oh boy.
Alright. Daylight approaches. Once more, the forest blooms into life with bioluminescent flora, and you can see some fauna hopping overhead, hiding beneath some leaves, because there is a steady rain falling.
Megan wakes up, reports to reports. No, it's bomb. No nil bugs.
What a
I
blessed
concur.
day.
Excellent. It's a good day.
I agree. But yes, no.
Alright.
Alright.
You continue heading along your way, and the rain continues to fall throughout the day, only letting up towards the end of the afternoon. But aside from it being rainy, but luckily you have a lot of tree cover, nothing really happens throughout the day. So, it's dusk once more.
Bleh.
Alright. Let's do it one more again.
Could
Beep, beep,
I
beep, beep.
request I take a watch so I can talk to Swift?
Sure.
Thank you. I'll take the middle watch then.
Right. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep.
Alright. What's
Persuasion.
That's
Oh,
persuasion.
That is the wrong roll.
Persuade the nilbug to go away.
Even
Hey!
Hell yeah.
Nice. You turn your scanners southward, since you're heading in that direction, vaguely towards the tower and vaguely south. Over that way, there appears to be a more of the wood, but this has more pine and cedar trees than the glowing trees of the Fey North. And there's a lot of fog coming from that area of the woods.
Ooh.
No fog.
Oh, no! No! No!
And
So a lot of fog. If you breathe it in, you start summoning all over the place. No.
welcome to Silent Hill. I'm Pyramid Head. I'm gonna put a shoe for crimes.
Oh, they did make Silent Hill scarier.
Oh boy, I hope we get the dog ending.
So it was you all along.
Alright, so some fog coming from the forest. Okay. I see. Alright. Guess that's it for me, Queen.
Mm.
Let's get Nyx on the watch.
And by Nyx we mean Swift, because Nyx can't see.
Let's get Swift's teeny tiny little fairy eyes on the watch.
14.
Eyeballs.
Nyx is just blind. Nyx uses Swift to see. Nyx, oh my god, Swift is seeing eye fixie.
Oh.
No petting.
It's creepy.
Swift doesn't report anything of any particular interest to her.
Okay. So, how did you find the party?
Radical, bro.
I thought you'd say that.
Those exact words?
Well, not exact. The vibe.
Fair.
I liked it too. Honestly, I wish it could have gone on for a bit longer.
Really? Because you seemed like really mad in the middle of discussion about things, and you're like, I'm going to sulk in the middle of this party.
When did I do that?
Yeah, you were like
Oh,
talking to the Jack and Brambles, and you're like, forget this, and stormed off like 3 steps north.
Because I thought my joke was funny, but he didn't think so.
Swift puts her hand on your shoulder. It was a very bad joke.
Look, I thought Damascus has good jokes, but I guess they're not for everybody.
I don't think it has anything to do with Damascus, honestly. I think you just need practice telling jokes.
It was weird. I thought I was fitting in until that part, and then I just felt really awkward.
You were.
Yeah. Wait, I was what?
Awkward.
I'm trying, okay?
I don't know why you're coming to me, of all people, for reassurance.
I don't know. It's just because you're, different.
Hell yeah, I am, brother! Non-binary
Yeah.
brother, I mean.
Thanks.
Just want to clarify.
No, I appreciate that. It was weird, Swift. There was one moment in that whole thing. Look, I don't know my place in this whole Fae thing. Even if I really do have Fae blood, I didn't think I was fitting in until... This is gonna sound so selfish. There was one part where Tig told him to tone it down and everyone just stared at them.
Oh yeah, the party killer.
Yeah, but I was so disconnected at that point that I was just staring with everyone. I was taken aback by how blunt they were about it, and that one moment I felt like I was a part of them, if that makes sense.
Kinda.
Does that sound wrong?
My sense of right and wrong is not one you should base your judgments on.
Oh, you're right. I guess I'm still trying to find my place, and I don't know what any of this means.
Maybe it doesn't mean shit.
Or maybe I'm just really tired.
Yeah, probably.
I'll speak to them about it when, just falls asleep.
Cool story, bro. Alright. And third watch. Okay, cool. You notice that it's getting a lot warmer as you get south and out of the forest. Maybe the Fey Forest is actually trapping in cold rather than trapping in heat, which is weird because you don't know of any forests that naturally do that. But other than noting the changing climate as you move down, you don't really notice anything of particular interest or danger to the camp.
Good to know.
Alright. Dawn arrives.
God,
So-
I had a weird dream.
So you wanted to go, like, outskirts of the central area, right?
Yes.
So not directly south.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's maybe not.
Yes.
Let's maybe not go within earshot of the Mad King.
Huh, weird. Anyway,
I think we're ready. Knock, knock. Hello.
we're a bunch of level 4 adventurers here to see you.
We just need to use the super death laser, whatever I said before we went live.
Yeah, the death laser cantrip.
Yeah.
All right. I just need to check something real quick.
With this app, you can level up to level 50 warriors.
Yeah. That's how Mafia works. All right. It's very early in the morning when you hear a familiar sound. The jingle of clown shoes.
Oh,
No fucking way.
Yes! Fucking way!
If I look at your random encounter table, did you replace 19 of those entries with the Nilbog?
My encounter table is a D6.
Did you replace 5 of those entries with the Nilbog?
No, I landed on Nilbog again!
Sir, I'm starting to think that maybe Sir Casmos could have survived those 36 straight days of poison damage.
Like, I swear, a little peek behind the curtain, the way my table works, I roll d6s, and depending on the result, if it's high enough based on the threat level, then I roll to see what random encounter that is. And I keep getting fucking Nilbogs!
You must never justify the Nilbog.
The most threatening thing in the fucking-
justify the Nilbog summoner!
Nilbog, go away. We're not in the mood.
Where would you like Nilbog to go? Nilbog has many feet, go many places. Summoner.
The way you came would be nice.
Okay, I came this way! The Nilbog continues to head in your direction.
How's about you go to hell?
Summoner. Okay, the Nilbog, like, rotates so that it's, like, standing sideways on the air and phases through the ground, walking right down.
Oh.
I didn't think that'd work.
Carl's got those Gmod physics.
Okay.
You
I
Just
guess they
looks
can
at
just do whatever they want.
looks at Nizib. Did you do that, or was it?
I just asked nicely.
Yeah. Carolina unfolds her map, stares at it, looks up, looks down, goes over where the Nilbog was, pokes the ground, it is solid. My life is a lie.
Megan says, let's just keep going.
Yeah, like,
Please.
is it God? Like, for real? Anyway.
Anyway.
I didn't think hell was actually down.
Yeah, no kidding.
Erupted with a geyser of Nilbogs ongoing.
Did you
In
think
a
it was
cascade
diagonal or something?
No.
Well, no, it's a different plane, right? Like, down is Underdark stuff.
We're gonna run into this Nilbog in the Underdark, aren't we?
We're learning a lot of things.
Takes notes.
No.
Maybe he faced through the ground so he'd suffocate, and then because he knows he's evil, he'd go to hell.
Oh no! We just found his motive.
The final boss is Nilbog, King of Hell. All right. So, I'm assuming pass by the tower since you want to like skirt the outskirts and not teleport down.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
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 Cool. All right. In that case, your journey continues, and thank God, no more Nilbogs.
Oh God, we're out of Nilbog country.
All right. Dusk arrives.
All right, watch time. Here we go.
Break it down now.
Where's my sheet? Let's roll the correct thing again. Imagine if I clicked performance. Why do all of these start with per? They all start with per.
I know.
All right.
Anyways, that's a 19 on my perception.
19 perception. You don't see anything of particular interest, other than noticing you're like getting real close to the borderland of the eastern hills and the central more and more hills. It's like rocky terrain towards the central area where you previously kept a wide berth of.
Okay. We're gonna stay away from the wasteland for now.
Alrighty.
Nice. I assume Zidane is next.
It's Zidane time.
That is better.
That sure is better. You don't see anything of any particular interest or danger on your watch. So you spend some time studying.
I spend time studying. How much do I
Like a
do?
nerd.
Okay.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
What's with me and my skill checks and my perception and my intelligence checks being the same?
We're going for a consistent run.
Mm-mm.
It's a consistent run. Let's go, boys.
Let's go. Alright. And last but not least, third watch.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. You take a look around. You see some raccoons run by the camp. That's the most notable thing that happens during your watch.
Neat.
All right. Dawn arrives, and it's a bit of a scorcher as you step out of the Fey Forest. It is much, much hotter than when you are inside. Those of you who can sweat, you definitely are sweating.
Oh.
So, south or southeast in terms of hex?
So, Carolina has a feature called Wayfinder.
She does, yes.
Yeah.
Would you
if
care to
we
put that
ask-
up into the chat?
I would love to.
Thank you.
Okay.
So maybe we could ask her if she could deduce anything about where like a deposit could be nearby, like mining wise or ore or something. Would that work?
You could, yeah.
Yeah.
Best guess, we would head like south-southwest of here. Now, unfortunately, that crosses right over the castle.
Damn.
Do we want to teleport to the other tower in the desert and head up northeast?
Yeah, I don't think we want to get that close to the castle at the moment.
Excuse us, pardon me. We're just getting to an Acherite deposit so we can get to a demon and then get one of the seals that we need to defeat you. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, please, just passing through.
Yeah, just passing through. We're on some business. The business that involves destroying you.
Excuse me.
All right, thank you. Damn. Well, what do you lot think? Shall we pivot to the desert then?
Yes.
It's a
Guess
safer
so.
option.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we revisit this later.
Yeah, back to the tower then, and then the grasslands tower.
Alright.
Alright.
Let's bang a Yui and head back to the tower.
You bang a Yui, turn around, head back to the tower, climb back up said tower, and...
Thank goodness we took care of the puzzles.
Yeah, you took care of the puzzles. The only thing there is the dragon, and by that point he's just like, oh, you again. We don't have a frequent flyer program if you're going to ask about that.
Megan asked if that's a thing. In other hours.
It used to be.
Wow, really? Wow.
Yeah, but
Good
then a
to
lot of
know.
people were like, I want to redeem my frequent flyer points for some of your gold, and that wasn't going to fly.
No.
And they certainly weren't after that either. Right. So, did you know you activate the tower once more, flying over the landscape, flying over the castle even at incredible speed until you find yourselves rematerializing back at the let's see. That's the hex. Back.
Who wants to flip?
Go ahead.
Who wants to flip the bird at the castle while we're flying over?
Please don't flip me.
Please don't. Please don't flip. You're right. Until
Does Trill have a middle feather?
Probably.
Probably. Until you materialize once more atop High Moon Tower with Dryden, the elven lookout, looking up from book he was reading as you all reappear. He gives a wave and then just goes back to his book, kicking up his feet atop a makeshift stool.
Hell yeah. Let's head down and keep going, I guess.
All right. So I feel the need to point out, you are heading to the Desert Tower, but there's also another tower that is northwest, and there's a triangle you can accomplish by going to all of them.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, triangles.
That's true.
Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little village thing going on over here as well.
True. Yeah, we could hold off on walking into terrible heat and sand for like a little bit, right?
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Well, I mean, we could go there and then just head straight north to the other one.
True.
Oh?
It would be a shorter distance to hit the desert and then go up there versus going
yeah.
up and then back down.
Okay,
Oh no,
that's
you're
fine.
right.
It's 3 days to both towers. Yeah.
Well, heat it is.
Allow me to clarify. All of these towers are 3 days from each other.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay, let's use the let's go to the not hot one then.
Hot.
Yeah, might as well.
You got
But
it.
I like hot.
Too bad.
You do?
Well, better than cold, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
looks
Why
like,
enter the cold?
I forgot to charge my headphones.
Uh-oh. That's
Oh, no.
unfortunate. Now you won't hear us say things like Juno's awesome, and I love their work.
They haven't run out of battery yet. I just got the low battery thing. Hang on, let me get another pair of headphones.
Juno's so
Also,
cool.
thank you.
Juno's so cool. I held her hand once and I've never washed my hands since.
Gross, but thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an honor.
Checking my calendar. June? July? Hello?
Oh!
You probably have
You know,
like
get-
super E. coli on your hand now. Anyways, I'll be right back.
All right.
You know, gives the best hugs.
So, you continue in a new path towards a northern tower. You step that direction, and as you continue your trek back in the Wildlands, several, like, small reptilian creatures, bipedal with long claws on their arms, like, rush through long grass and patches of grass and dirt around you, just kind of going around, seeming to pay you no mind. One of them leaps into a patch of grass, comes out with a giant rat in its mouth, puts it down, and a bunch of others start sharing in the meal.
Ah,
Looks like-
Adorable.
Looks like that
Nature.
giant rat won't be making any of the rules from
Mm.
for now anymore.
Circle of life.
And
Enjoy your meal.
so you continue on until dusk in the Wildlands. Watch
All right,
time.
Watch
let's do it.
time.
Where's my thing? There it is.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Fuck yeah.
No.
Unfortunate. Alright.
Alas.
So, you see nothing of interest whatsoever. It's almost as if your ocular circuits are still rebooting after seeing Circle of Life.
The rat was so. The dead rat was so powerful.
It was a mighty rat. Alright.
All right. Well,
All right. Watch 2. Let's hope it's better.
Okay.
Anything is better. It's a pretty. One is a low bar.
I mean, valid, but still, it could have still been bad. Just, we're good. We vibing. We chilling.
We vibing. You see more small reptilian creatures, similar to the ones that you saw in the morning. These ones appear more ghostly pale with eyes that big bulbous eyes that glow yellow in the dark, and larger craniums, overall smaller bodies that are just kind of watching the camp from many yards away, and they're making no effort to come close, but you do see them.
Aliens?
Similar body shape to the raptors that you saw earlier.
Would be really funny if just like Zidane kind of tilts his head for a bit, and one of them just tilt their heads in the same direction.
They don't
That's like
do that.
all they communicated. It would be funny. It'd be funny though.
It would, yes.
Wasn't baking on it, but that's a funny image.
All right. And third watch, please. 13. You also see the small reptilian creatures as they, well, these ones are moving away from camp. They're, chittering in very low, like, clicking noises to one another and heading away from the camp. As the sun comes up, they are completely gone, basically.
So nothing a note.
Nothing a note. Alright. Dawn arrives.
Great. Nope. Keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, civilization.
Civilization. Yeah, you can look for civilization while you're here in this hex, actually.
Yes! Houses.
Houses. Okay.
Look for civilization.
You take some time to look for civilization. Just in time, too, because, clouds up above you start darkening and rumbling. Looks like there's a big ol' storm coming. So,
It looks like rain.
Yep. You hustle, because it starts to look like rain, and manage to get to a small village square towards the edge of the Wildlands. It is, let me go ahead and look at the image so I can best describe it. Don't mind me.
It is a place.
It
with
sure is
houses.
a place. It sure is a place. It's a pretty humble-looking village, especially compared to others you've seen. Like the houses and other buildings are releasing smoke and have clear signs of activity, but they are a pretty good distance from each other. And the biggest building you see in town is a pretty big temple of sorts. As you enter, you notice that there are several ASMR, which are like humanoids with golden and silver tinted skin, some with cracks in it, some with like slight glows behind their eyes, a lot with blonde or silver hair, and a lot of tieflings, some with tails, some with horns, some with hooves, some with multiple or none of the above, all walking amongst each other, waving peacefully, waving to you as you enter. And one ASMR looks down at you from on top of a roof, unfurls her wings, flies down, and is like, welcome, travelers. This is Redemption Square. Have you come seeking anything in particular? She knows there's a storm cloud. Or just shelter.
Shelter, if that's okay.
Shelter we can do. Come. There are plenty of buildings here that we can... This is a black screen. Hold on.
Yeah, there's no tokens with vision.
There's plenty.
Whoa, what a
Wow,
comfy
the
little
storm-
place.
Wow.
Storm clouds really rolled in quick, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's moving!
Oh
Aw.
Woo!
Oh, it's a
I love
lovely little
this.
hamlet.
Mhm.
Oh, this is cute. Makes you think of Ed and Al's home from Full Metal Alchemist.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
The vibes are immaculate.
All right. The winged tiefling ushers you to walk through town. Various other Azamarn tieflings say hello to you as you pass by, and
Oh, it's a tiefling? I thought it was an Azamar.
the Azamar woman is the one who's escorting you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Azamar gestures you towards a building, saying, "This is the town hall. If you want to know anything about our beloved little village, this is where you would go."
Oh, thank you. Gotta say, this is a really lovely place.
Thank you. We try to keep it calm and relaxed so that those who come here in need of our services need not worry themselves with everyday troubles.
Oh, good. Small and relaxed. Really is a place to call home. Sorry, what's your name again?
My name is Voyage. I am the head preacher over at the Summer Queen's Forgiveness, though church is closed for the day.
Summer Queen's Green. Your name's Voyage?
Yes.
That's a really nice name.
It is indeed. They call me that because, well, I walk between two worlds, for instance. She shakes her hair, it flows across her face, and as she does, she starts glowing a silvery glow, and transforms into a tiefling woman, also with silvery skin and hair, but without the cracks, wings, and glow behind her eyes. One needs to understand the lives of two different peoples in order to truly communicate with them.
Oh.
Well, that's sick.
Yeah, I can totally relate. Like, it's speechless.
You seem tongue-tied, young one. I don't
Oh,
judge.
sorry.
I don't judge. I'm a preacher. I'm not supposed to.
Oh, sorry, forgive me. I'm Nyx. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Nyx, everyone.
Sorry, what was it you said about the Summer Queen?
Oh, the Summer Queen is one of the 8 gods that watch over Sedaria.
Wow. Have we heard of the Summer Queen yet?
Make a religion check. Actually,
Really?
before you do that, I'm going to make you make a religion check.
Ooh.
Wow.
I'm not asking anymore.
fancy.
Everybody. Oh,
Whoa!
Oh,
The drums.
that's so dramatic.
I'm
No,
making
Nyx,
everyone
Nyx
butt
does
next
not
to it.
roll.
Whoops.
No religion for me.
No religion for you. Yeah, just click
No
the dice
religion
to
for
roll.
me either.
he is in check. Nyx.
We're doing great.
You're doing awesome.
We're doing so good at religion.
Damn. We've just been
I
rolling
didn't-
like dog today.
Just click the dice to roll, Mizip.
Oh. Well,
Bam!
Right.
okay, so it's all banking on Nyx.
Good luck, me.
Hey!
Hey!
What are you talking about?
All right. So after that government-mandated religion check, Nyx and, of all people, Megan are the only ones who've really heard tales of the Summer Queen. She is essentially a god of joy, of the sun, of a lot of positive energy, like a goddess of light that watches over Sedaria. There are a lot of teachings that equate her with the Summer Queen of the Fae courts, but Sedaria worships her as divinity rather than a Fae. So Sedaria's religion be different.
What do you know? Megan does go to robot church.
You do go to robot church.
So worshipped as a what? Sorry,
Deity.
deity. Sorry, deity rather than of the Fae. Cool. Well, I've heard brief things about the Summer Queen. Is this kind of like the central point for worshipping her then?
Oh, no, not necessarily. My temple, and it's more of an oratory than a temple, honestly, but, we're devoted to one specific aspect of the Summer Queen, bringing past transgressions into the light so that they may be observed and summarily discarded.
Oh, that's a really nice outlook.
That it is. It's essentially the heart of Redemption Square.
I really like this one.
This is a nice town, full of nice people.
It's very nice.
Yeah, Nyx feels really, really comfortable here.
You do indeed. And actually, there's an air of comfortability and safety here that all of you feel. And I'm going to make you roll for why.
Well, this is the only place that hasn't been touched by the Mad King.
Is that the answer?
Wow! All that robot church sure helped a lot.
Yeah, why would I make you roll Arcana for knowing that? Alright. So along with being the only place not touched by the Mad King or any of his policies, everyone but Trill and Zidane, you notice there's an aura of abjuration magic that permeates the entirety of the village. It seems similar to that of a sanctuary spell, except cast over a wide area rather than over one person.
Megan, who has the sanctuary spell, takes note of this.
Interesting.
Says this is a safe place.
Indeed.
Homely.
After a fashion.
Megan says to Nyx it is literally a safe place. It is literally a safe haven. And figuratively, of course. Because it is a wonderful, peaceful place. Touched by the light and all that.
Voyage, can I ask something?
Certainly.
Not to pry, that transformy thingy. So, are you a tiefling or an Azamar?
I would like to consider myself as both.
Oh, wow. that hits Nyx quite personally, and they really like that.
So, I couldn't help but latch on to some certain wording that you used earlier. The town's services? What would those be?
Well, you might have noticed the general population here is touched by the upper and lower planes.
Mm-hmm.
Having that in your ancestry can weigh upon you quite heavily, both in personal matters and in those of society. In fact, there are quite a few among us who are... it is not necessarily a subspecies of Asamar, as more of a subsect known as a fallen Asamar. People like them, and like tieflings who have been outcast or turned to dark sides and seek repentance, we take them in. We listen, and we help them.
Very noble of you.
Like a confessional.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, I agree. That's really noble.
That is, of course, not to say that our services are limited to only those of said ancestries. You are, of course, welcome to confess here if that is something you are in need of. That said, if you are in need of something like shelter beyond just getting your heads out of the rain, we are a small village, and any help, with construction projects, with getting ingredients for some of the workers here, would be much appreciated to make sure that your stay in the feast hall is comfortable. It will be, of course, but we don't want people to just walk in, do nothing, and walk out, if that makes any sense.
Oh, equivalent exchange. I understand.
Something like that, yes.
So, did you say we're best starting in the town hall then?
Yes, we've been standing in the front archway of it for quite some time.
Oh, so we have. Right, well, we'll look in and hopefully we'll see you later.
Hopefully. I will be running some errands for the parish around town.
Waves goodbye.
She waves goodbye, unfurls a set of bat-like wings, and flies off.
Why, Nix, do you feel like you have something to confess?
Oh, I mean, there was that time when I was about, I think I was about 13, 14, and I went to feed the dogs, and then I found out later that Mom had already fed the dogs, so they had 2 dinners.
Okay, I think we're
really
good.
Guilty.
Okay, I think we're good.
Oh. I don't know. I don't really
puts
do
a-
bad things.
Megan puts a hand on Nix's mouth.
Yeah. Technically, as a paladin, for minor sins, Megan does have the power of forgiveness.
She does.
Yeah.
That's adorable. Yeah, I'll walk
The
into
robot is a
town
holy
hall.
knight.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. You walk into town hall, and it is pretty quiet in terms of town halls that you've seen. This is a small village, so it does make some kind of sense, but there's 3 desks, 2 of which are empty, couple of posted bills and posted decrees, list of population, list of who is working what during what this 10-day. And there is a very tall Asamara woman in priest robes with several holy symbols of decoration on them at the only occupied desk. She finishes signing something, looks up, gives a nod of hello. Ah, we have travelers coming, I see. Welcome. I assume you've been given the basic rundown of Redemption Square.
Yes, indeed.
Excellent. In that case, welcome to Town Hall. My name is Egrant. Let me spell that out for you.
Thank you, I never would have guessed that.
Many people don't. So, my name is Egrant. I am essentially steward and therefore governor of this humble little village of ours.
Well, to be quite frank, we're mostly just looking for some shelter before we move on. We're told to start here.
Ah, yes. She flips through a document. We held plenty of temporary rooms in the feast hall. The rooms, of course, are open to anyone who is in need. If you are in need of food, we can spare some if you wouldn't mind helping a bit around the village. I will say it's ultimately not meant for long-term usage for non-villages, though. The path of redemption is a commitment, you see.
Of course, makes sense. Well, we were likely going to move on tomorrow anyway, so hopefully we won't be too much trouble.
Fair enough. Though I very much doubt you will be any trouble. I maintain the peace around here quite well.
Ah, so that,
Me.
Tag sort of swirls a claw in the air. That's you?
G-Nod. That's me.
fascinating. Very impressive stuff, honestly.
It's multiple layers of security, you see. The Blind King's decrees help plenty with those who follow them, but if a rampaging dinosaur were to come through, well, they don't read, do they?
That'd be silly.
I'm sorry. I'm imagining I'm imagining a Tyrannosaurus Rex with like a tiny pince nez, like sitting on the bridge of its snout, holding like War and Peace, and looking at it with like concentration, using its tiny little arms to turn the pages and read this human-sized book.
Has a wine glass in one hand.
I could definitely see Josh Groban as Pierre doing all this. It's a fascinating study.
So, where could we find, I don't know, you said the voyage said there was construction, other sort of things to help out with. Are there any particular billeted jobs or anything like that?
Morthos over in the Alchemist Storm. Let me spell that out for you as well.
Morphos.
Yeah.
I did guess that one, yes.
It's Morthos time.
Yeah. He is always in need of, alchemical supplies and other more specialized supplies.
All right. Duly noted.
Other than that, the stables in here, they're home to the various steeds of those who are staying here long term, help in bathing, feeding, and cleaning up after them, always appreciated.
All right.
Any other things as well?
I don't know if they need work per se, but if you could even find the Moon Maiden's Whisper, they probably could use some extra construction supplies. They do keep that particular church hidden, though, especially from outsiders. The head priest is a bit paranoid.
But I thought the place was safe.
You cannot control the mind of the individual.
I suppose you're right. Okay, well, we can head out straight away if you'd like.
Of course. Make sure you don't stay out in the rain for too long, though. I would hate for you to catch cold. That's the one thing my magic can't really help with.
Oh. Well, rain's always good some occasions. Keeps the plants hydrated.
That it is.
Thank you, Egrunt.
You're quite welcome. Alright. So, you head out, take a look around the town. Immediately noticeable is the temple from before, the Summer Queen's Forgiveness, which currently has a sign up, closed for the day. Please seek shelter from storm elsewhere. Sorry, with the sad face from Voyage. Yeah.
Oh.
The sad face is very important.
Yeah, and off to the side is a shack with multicolored smoke burning from it. The feast hall is towards the center of town. It's a pretty big building and has a bunch of lights currently on in the middle of the afternoon because it's stormy and rainy. And then towards the outskirts of the village, you see stables, a place called the House of Peace, and a dingy-looking bar called the Old Helmet.
So inventive.
Well, I don't really do the whole, mucking out stalls thing, so I'm going to go talk to the alchemist.
All right.
Meanwhile, mucking out stalls is probably where I'm most helpful, so...
I think Zidane might be helping in that because, yay.
Split the party.
Megan can't smell, so yeah, she's good at physical labor. She will follow.
I am good with dogs, but not horses.
Old Gus not good with anybody.
I don't know, old Gus, you've been pretty good with us.
Old Gus tolerates you.
And that's the best we could ever hope for.
Oh, he likes us.
He likes
So
us.
that's all we can ask.
All right.
I'd also like to go to the Alchemist Square then.
Cool.
I'll go ahead and join that group.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna flip a coin to see what group goes first.
Meeny, meeny, miny. No, there's an actual coin in there.
Yeah, there's an actual D2. Nice.
Neato.
All right. So we're gonna start with the stables. All right.
All right, let's.
Woo, let's go.
You head over to start mucking through the muckety muck of the stables. There are like 4 horses that are stationed here. One of which is just coming in from a walk, being escorted by a rather smelly Azamar woman with a cracked silvery skin and slightly glowing green eyes, wearing some pretty shabby robes, all things considered, who opens the door, looks into it, and starts wagging her finger. Now, Bitey, what did I tell you? That is the horse food. You're a carnivore. That's not good for you. You're gonna pass it through and it's going to hurt. And then I'm gonna have to clean it up, and whose fault is that, Bitey? That's what I thought.
Oh. Sorry. Is the horse's name Bitey?
She's not looking at the horse when she is talking to Bitey.
Oh, what's
There's
Bitey?
mention of a carnivore.
You peer over her shoulder to see who Bitey is, and you see another one of those small reptilian creatures, the bipeds with the claws and the long tails, just chittering back at her.
Aww.
Trill, you can understand some broken actual dialogue from Bitey, and you can mostly hear, "Was hungry! Was hungry! There's plenty of food for you outside the stable. Now get, you're gonna scare the horses!" And Bitey turns around and scurries off through a small hole in the stable walls.
Aww.
The ASMR turns around, sees you, does a quick chuckle. You just can't tell him anything, in one ear canal and out the other.
Aw, well, he seems like a sweet little guy.
Ah, he is. You just need to give him some words of encouragement and he's all over you.
Oh, wonderful. We actually came over here. We heard that, you could, or we're looking for, Morthos.
Morthos is the alchemist. I'm the stable
Morthos is the
keeper.
alchemist. Sorry. Stable keeper, sorry. Yes. I just saw it in front of my face and I'm like, hello.
Yeah. You found her. The name's Fandrisi.
Oh, nice to meet you, Fandrisi. My name is Trill.
Megan taps her shoulder blade or her shoulder plate.
Yeah. Fandrisi leans over, gets a good look. Right, Megan, got it?
I am Zidane.
Ah, well, pleasure to meet all 3 of you. I'm assuming you came over here because you were looking for some work.
Yeah, we
Megan
heard
nods.
that you guys could use some help and we would like to.
Righto. A lot of the folk around here, they hear that, shoveling up some dew is an option to take their minds off things, get them grounded a little, and they don't take it. So I'm a little short-handed. So,
Okay.
she gets a set of shovels. There's a bit of a backlog.
Megan taps the front of her face. He says, no problem. And grabs the shovel and without the second complaint,
Yeah.
starts walking over to the manure.
Oh,
Yeah, Zidane
that's
just-
not the backlog. She goes over to a side gate, opens it. There's a massive pile.
Megan
Oh,
pivots and turns towards the larger amount of manure.
I'm
I
very
feel bad that it's gotten this bad.
Yeah, meant to go out and bury it, but someone has to watch out for the horses, and I'm only one woman.
Zidane just casually just grabs a shovel, kind of whips it around on his shoulder, and just walks out to go take care of it.
Yeah,
Excellent.
well,
How does
yeah, I'd
Zidane
love to
how
help you
does
out with this.
How does Zidane handle the smell?
He's been around animals enough that it's like, it doesn't smell bad. Yeah, but it's nothing that he's not he's unused to. This is
He's got the farmer nose.
Yeah,
he very much has a farmer
you
nose.
got the farmer nose.
Megan,
He's a
Megan-
ranger who lives with dwarves. He's used to this. Very much the
Yeah.
farmer nose.
Megan, because you are a mechanical being with no sense of smell, congratulations, you don't have to make this roll. Trill and Zidane, go ahead and make the Constitution save for
Let's
me
go.
for the stench.
Wow.
Damn!
Oh,
Zidane does indeed have the farmer nose.
Like I
Zidane's got
said.
that farmer nose, damn!
Like I said.
Yeah, you have zero problems shoveling all this poo, getting it out of one big pile, even getting holes to make it fertilizer, make it, not in the way of the horses. And because you have the farmer nose, it doesn't take you all that long at all to clear out the backlog, get everything sorted away, shoo away Bitey when he comes back and sniffs it, because Bitey does indeed come back, sniff the pile, and go, bad.
Megan says, "No, eat poo."
please, no
Bad.
coprophagia here.
And Bitey leaves. Done already, says Fandracy, looking over.
Yeah.
Megan nods
problem.
mechanically.
Well, that's mighty impressive. I'd ask if you could stick around, but, I don't want to be selfish or anything. I'll,
I mean, do we have time for like another task, or I don't know how long it actually took us?
It took you like an hour.
That was quick.
Wow.
That was quick.
That was quick.
We conquered two mountains.
You still got, I'd say about half an hour before sundown. You want to help give the horses dinner?
I would love to.
Megan nods. Horses
Righto.
good.
Make sure Gregory here gets his vitamins. He's an old one and he needs them.
Will do.
Alright, I'm not going to have you make any checks to give horses dinner.
Yay!
Yeah, but the horses appreciate the dinner. Gregory even lets you pet him for just a little bit.
Oh, Greggy, you're so sweet.
I know.
Yeah.
Aw.
Enjoy your dinner.
Alright. Well, that cleared a lot out of my day. Thank you very much. I'll put in a good word for you at the feast hall. They'll scrounge up something nice for you.
Anytime, if we
Megan-
happen to be passing by, I'm always down to help.
Megan nods. She then looks at her now filthy metal armor and says, "Clean." Where?
Right. The faucet is over here.
Megan nods, says thank you, and rinses herself off. It's time for a little car wash.
Yeah, probably best to clean up before handling food.
Yeah, definitely do
Yeah.
that. I refuse to let you go to the feast hall with shit on your hands.
So, well, thank you so much.
Well, I should be the one thanking you, but let's pass the thanks both ways and just enjoy that, shall we?
Absolutely.
All right. So, meanwhile, on the other end of town, you knock on the door of the alchemist's workshop and hear some coughing and then come in, come in.
Ooh, that's
In we go.
nice.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You open the door, immediately are hit with the smell of burning incense mixed with a whole lot of other smoky textures. And waving it away from your face, you can see, hunched over a work table, is a tiefling with huge brass goggles on his eyes and like cloth bandana wrapped around his face, who looks up, waves. Yes, welcome. You'll have to pardon the stench. I'm in the middle of some experiments.
Oh, of course. We heard you could use some assistance, was it?
Yes. I need, I'm running low on, fresh, undiluted water. I need that for, boiling purposes to make sure that things can get, purified so people aren't ingesting, pure potion, because, too much potion, too much concentration, not all that good for you. Needs to be in liquid form, you see.
Oh, so kind of like orange juice?
Like orange juice, if orange juice had the side effect of turning you purple. Notably, his skin is purple.
Got it. Yeah, we can do our best.
Yeah. Right, excellent. Even just some from a water skin will do. I'm assuming, of course, you didn't bring salt water into a water skin.
I'd hope not.
No, we did not.
All fresh water here.
Excellent. You just never know with some people. Right. And handing over your water skins, he pours them out. Thank you. This should be enough to get me through the next couple of days before the next shipment arrives. Much appreciated. Finally, I can get those potions of healing distributed around town. And then he looks up. By chance, you wouldn't happen to have any spare parts from the undead, would you?
I don't, but do you think Ghost Skinner might?
Ghost Skinner just holds her pouch closer to herself. These are mine.
Then no, we don't.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Fair enough. I have something of a standing contract with Tanglewood. Any spare bits of undead that they have no use for, they send them over to me. I get them a little bit of coin.
What do you use it for?
Studies, mostly. I'm in the business of studying the undead, fiends, something like that. You see, I have a theory. He, gets up from the work desk, hops in the air to reach, a cord dangling from the ceiling, finally gets it, yanks it down, a screen filled with all sorts of insane scribblings, folds down. You see, my theory is that these creatures we associate with hell, the abyss, demons, devils, and the like, even those risen from the dead, are still people like us. And like us, they can have redemption. That is, after all, the entire purpose of Redemption Square, is it not?
True enough.
Yeah, fair point.
So all of these experiments are to essentially find common ground through finding the soul of the supposedly soulless, or if that does not work, manage to get them to a point where, theoretically, they can find some good in a heart that has been dubbed by society as pure evil.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yes, so far it's been a bit difficult.
Why's that?
The most people have gotten me is bone dust.
Oh, yeah, I could see how that is, definitely
Little difficult.
damper. Yeah.
Yes. It's very common, and I do keep my word, I do pay for it. It's just, hard to find the soul of a skeleton when the skeleton is powder.
So
I can
would you
understand
prefer
that.
like a whole skeleton?
Now, Egret told me to say no, because bringing a animated skeleton into Redemption Square would probably lead to attempts at violence and panic among the populace.
Do you have a
Even-
workshop that's slightly outside of the square itself?
I wish. My work is done here. Putting it outside the square itself puts it in the range of scavenger dinosaurs. And, you know, they're attracted to the scent of marrow and rotting flesh.
What if it was an animated skeleton that is no longer animated?
So, an undead, a re-dead, if you will.
Yes.
Theoretically, I could do something, but with the passing of the power that animates it, it would be not the most ideal specimen. Slightly better than bone dust, but bone dust I get because it contains trace necromantic energies from the animation. The full skeleton, if you manage to find one that is that still has that necromantic energy in it but isn't animated, could work, maybe.
Gotcha.
Really is a shame that Nixor is so far away. I think that you would have a blast with those bone golems.
Yeah.
We encountered an errant necromancer. Unfortunately, he's quite far east from here, so it'd be a bit too much of a hike.
Yes, and I'm certainly not in the shape for hiking, unfortunately.
Are undead common around these parts, or?
Decently enough. Most of them you could find around the coast, though I have heard rumors from that traveling religious merchant girl that there are also vampires somewhere around here. Getting my hands on leavings of vampires would certainly be most fruitful. They are, after all, more intelligent than the great majority of undead parts I get. Or anything to do with fiends, that would also be helpful. Though it's harder to get hands on traces of them, because a lot of them just poof back to wherever they came from.
You know, I have to ask. I did actually maybe hear something, I think, about you a little while ago. Is it true you can banish demons with alchemy?
Well, again, that is theoretical. You see, knowing, of course, the risks of trying to rehabilitate demons, I've got a backup plan. He unfurls yet another screen. The backup plan being that if they cannot and are not willing to find redemption here on the material plane, one would be able to send them to the the upper planes instead. Somewhere like Arborea, for instance.
Would that not cause issues with the balance of the planes or anything like that?
I mean, if it's one fiend amidst an entire plane of more positive energy, I don't see why it would be.
Interesting. mean? I mean, curious enough, theoretically, of course, but, you know, I suppose what's to stop it from just being poofed back to its original plane, right?
Yeah. Well, you see, poofing them back to the original plane would involve killing them. Such an alchemical recipe would require both not killing her and getting her to imbibe an alchemical concoction with very strong essence of said upper planes.
I see. Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Essence of the upper planes. Okay. I'll have to ruminate on that. There's something percolating. Where would one acquire essence of the upper planes? Like, how does one get something like that?
I have heard rumors that there grows a flower called the arboreal thistle somewhere in the western plateaus. That would certainly be a start.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
And while we are on the subject, of course, speaking of fiends and trying to rehabilitate them, there is one in particular I have heard continual tales of that such a practice would be most effective on, or most desirable on.
Oh?
Have you heard of a woman named Lalia?
Oh.
Hmm.
I don't think she introduced herself as that.
No, but I could make guesses.
Ah, well,
Runs a little place up north.
yeah, she works many places, including somewhere up north. She is a consort of King Augustine, and more pertinently to our discussion, a succubus.
Yeah, we've met her.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh. To King Augustine?
While she has sworn that, unlike most succubi, she has sworn off the use of charm magic, treachery lies in the blood of succubi. They walk between worlds, neither demon nor devil. And I fear that treachery plans to swallow Sedaria whole.
Hmm. Yeah, I think we encountered a good bit of that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I would love to do something about that if I got my hands on the arboreal thistle, but as she is a consort of King Augustine, doing so would cause great political turmoil and risk Redemption Square, and I simply cannot have that happen. I cannot have that on my hands.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, to do my theory of moving someone, a fiend that is, to the upper planes, I would need two things. First and foremost, living proof of Lalia's treachery and her dark dealings to all who come across her in Sedaria. And, of course, the arboreal thistle, the substance with essence of the upper planes. With those two, I can convince those who care that there is in fact need of this, and perhaps make an elixir that could do something about her. At that point, it would be up to someone else to confront her.
You know.
Just squints, don't.
That's probably on our docket anyways.
I did meet someone who managed to escape our establishment. If we could find him, maybe convince him to... Would he need to come here in person?
He would, yes.
Well... We can see how that goes. If we can even find him, that is. Alright. Well, this has been very helpful for us, certainly. Is there anything else that you need done?
Currently? I'm doing fairly well. Just need to make sure that this potion doesn't boil over, he says, noticing it boiling over and rushing over to his work desk. He quickly puts a stopper in it, turns down a little bit of fire magic that he had going. All good, he says with a shaky thumbs up.
Alright. Well, if you do end up needing something, I'm rather clever with my claws, so We are leaving tomorrow, but if you can think of something before then, just let me know.
We'll do. Enjoy your stay while you're here in Redemption Square. That's what I'm supposed to say. Egren keeps telling me to say that to people, and I keep forgetting.
It will be well enjoyed.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Right.
And Nyx leaves with a very forced smile.
Well. Yeah. Head out.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to officially accept this quest?
I do as a player. Nyx does not.
I don't care what Nyx thinks.
Nyx isn't allowed opinions.
I'd say yes, because the other thing Tig was thinking of was there do be a demon king.
Yes.
But yes, this would be very useful. Very useful indeed.
Okay. And with that, you reunite back at the feast hall. You have been prepared a turkey dinner and some mashed potatoes for dinner that's not good, Barry.
Fuck yes, let's go.
I was muted, but I said woo.
Sitting just like chowing down the turkey.
All right.
So how'd it go at the Alchemists?
Very informatively, actually.
Oh.
So
what did y'all find?
Theoretically, indeed, the alchemist is working, Morthos, he is working on a way to banish demons/devils, other lower plane types, to an upper plane with the idea of that being a way of rehabilitating them. And specifically, you remember that lovely lady we met up north, just before that one tavern burned down?
Yeah, the very pretty scary one?
Yes.
Lily.
That one. Well, if we can find evidence that she is indeed, charming people using her sort of magic on them, and we can get a sense of the upper planes, well, you could make us a concoction that could perhaps take care of her.
What would evidence look like for that?
I'm thinking, living evidence, so a person.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we met the man who escaped her inn, right? If we could track him down, convince him to come back here as said evidence, well,
okay,
that would be part of it.
Yeah. Did we ever get his name? I don't think we asked. I know he was an elf.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, we didn't get his name, but we did point him in the direction of the town in the northeast. So we could maybe ask around there, or if he's a resident. I mean, I'd recognize him if I saw him, so...
Yeah, we just don't have a name.
Well, I mean, all's fair and everything, but do we really want to be dragging him back into this mess?
I mean, consider, if we're bringing him here, this is one of the safest places in Sedaria.
Yep.
Oh.
It sounds like ultimately it might, help in the long run. Like,
could benefit him.
Yeah. I guess as long as we're not taking him back to Lily directly, like that.
Assuming he's not scared out of it. Assuming he's not scared out of his damn mind to try and go against her, says Helena, chugging down her flask.
Yeah.
I like the idea of just like, don't worry, we'll pay for you this time. Okay, well, if this... helps him at least, I suppose there's not much harm.
I mean, think of it this way. If he would work as, evidence, ultimately, doing this would help a whole lot of people.
Yep.
At the same time, if Lalai is really working for the Mad King, then that's kind of gonna fall back on us if she realizes we're following her.
She invited us to her place. This is practically an opportunity on a silver platter for us.
Also, if the Mad King is a problem and we're kind of basically directly involved in a way about that, we're gonna have to deal with her anyway, it sounds like, if she's with him.
Yeah, taking care of those aligned with the Mad King is probably something that should be on our docket.
Taking care... Sorry, this isn't like a hit list, Nizip!
Is it not? There are people that need to be disposed of before we can get to him.
Have we forgotten about trying to find the princess? Are we just killing people now?
Nix.
Not right now.
Yes, Zidane, sorry.
Megan leans in towards Nyx. Oh, you're gonna speak?
It's not just all killing. We find princess. We take down those who try to stop or kill us, and we defeat the Mad King. Everything good, right?
Megan leans in and says, Asmos passed us that duty to save the kingdom of Sideria.
That really hits a nerve with Nick, so they pause for a second and they're like, oh, you're right. I mean, I still think this whole defeat thing's a bit extreme, but no, you're right. I mean, what's good at fighting the princess if we can't actually get her on the throne?
Yep.
Yeah.
Megan nods. Megan also brings up how many people have suffered how many people have we seen suffer? Have we heard of suffering under the rule of the Mad King? How much blood is on his hands and the hands of those who work for him?
You're right. This is just scary. This is kind of like the first confirmation we've had we're actually going to go after him, so waiting in a little bit.
Megan says that she knows that it is scary. Doing a duty such as this it's terrifying. And something in her mechanical eye sort of like flicks some sort of like some sort of motion inside of her lens that sort of like hesitates, a little whir. And then she continues, it is for the good of the country that we have inherited this duty.
I know. I really don't mean to sound like I keep going against you guys. It's just whenever the topic gets brought up, it really hits that we're actually doing this.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, this idea with Lalaya would be more of a banishing her as opposed to killing her. But I think maybe it would be best if you come to an acceptance of the fact that there may be people that cannot be reasoned with.
Yeah. It's not easy to just hug it out here.
Yeah, I don't think that would be possible with someone like Kadias, for example.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Who wants to hug the big, scary, two-headed bone dragon?
I love you. You love me.
I mean, that would be a wonderful solution. But, realistically.
Not to mention, I think if you get within, 30 feet of Tetrasiel, your eyes would burn out of your skull and you would crumble to dust.
It would be one hell of a hug.
Birded love.
And the unfortunate thing is, the survivors are the ones that inherit the world. Not everything can be solved without violence.
Okay. From now on, I'm not gonna question this, not gonna doubt this. You guys are right. One step at a time.
Music to my ears.
You got this, kid.
Megan claps Nyx on the back gently, and she says, I understand. She says she understands.
I heard.
Yep.
Okay.
Finally,
the robot voice goes through.
It went
through!
Woohoo!
There is a cough and a gentle rap on the table where y'all are discussing and eating the turkey dinner. You turn, and there is a tiefling woman who has kind of slid a chair up next to you.
Yeah, we're in public.
Yeah, and she whispers,
I don't care.
Can you lighten up a little?
and she whispers, so, among many things, we call him the Blind King around here.
Why's that?
Oh?
Well, Egrant doesn't like it when you call him mad. She doesn't mind calling him blind, because that's a fact, and she doesn't mind using his name, because, well, that's his name, but, Mad King is right out, she says, making a cut-it-out motion near her neck.
Alright, duly noted.
Understood.
Okay.
Megan nods.
In the meantime, I didn't hear anything, she says, scooting away on her chair.
Is appreciated.
I love people who hear nothing and see nothing. They're my favorites.
Alright.
Alright.
No need for watches, because you're in town. So...
Oh wow! Look! The Nilbog followed us all the way from the Feywild.
Summoner, give me that turkey dinner!
Sanctuary!
Sanctuary!
Yeah, we can't turn you away this time. Have you come to confess your sins, Nilbog?
I've come to confess that I love you!
But me specifically, or everyone here?
What do you think, Summoner?
Well, you know what? I can hook you up with a great person. They're called Swift. They really like acid. I think you two will get on great.
I'm going to break the sanctuary spell with my mighty power!
Hear me out. Visual novel dating sim where you play as the Nilbog.
Oh my god. Yeah!
That is
all
needed.
the options are terrible. All of the options are terrible.
That's why it's great.
Hello, new student son! My name is a popular girl coon. I look forward to meeting you. Summoner, how about a kiss? All right. So, morning comes. It's still raining with occasional scattered thunderstorms. Unfortunately, but you are less than a day from the tower to the northwest, so that's something. All right. Waving your goodbyes to anyone you want to in Redemption Square and heading northwest, you come to, as I pull up the map notes for this place, a large polished stone tower that kind of angles, twists, and turns up towards the sky, and you can see a giant glass window with a telescope poking out of it, and several brass and silver orb-like devices orbiting around said tower. But before you enter the tower, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. So, we will see you all in a few minutes once we hydrate or dihydrate. Don't go anywhere, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Hello and welcome back to Legend of the Wildlands. Summoner, we're gonna have a good time!
Oh, true love.
Yeah, true love is here. When last we left off, our heroes were standing before a towering and unusual, tower that jutted side to side at odd angles as it went upward and had some, floating orb objects all around it. And approaching the door, there is a note that has been pinned to it with a glowing blue nail. The note reads, Peace Promise Tower, office hours, 10 to 16 o'clock. Absent on 1st days, 4th days, 7th days, and 10th days. Yeah, 6th days and 10th days. Signed, Gretchen Caho, Archmage of Sedaria.
Gretchen Caho.
Zoom in so Zidane dramatically reads the name.
Oh, Zidane, you're really good and great at reading.
Gretchen Caho. See? I can read.
Archmage or Archmaiden?
Archmage.
Archmage of that place, Sedaria.
Yes, the place where we are.
Wait, we're in Sedaria? What? I thought we were in Irion this whole time.
Christ.
All right.
It's office hours, so
I guess we can just walk in.
Well, let's walk in.
yeah, that'd be my guess.
And make sure we don't forget anything before we leave this place.
All right. You open the door. There is a loud bing bong as you go, followed by a softer bing bong off to the side. You turn. There's a little imp pulling a lever, saying bing bong as he goes.
Oh, hi, Mr. Bing Bong?
Bing bong, he says, pulling the lever again.
Right.
And then you hear a voice from up a set of stairs. Be down in a minute! And then you hear some heels clacking on the stone stairs, look up toward the source, and you see a woman in the poofiest gold and blue dress you have ever seen, spellbook under one arm, hurriedly heading down the stairs. She has a short blue hair, and you notice sparkles following her as she goes. She just brushes off her dress, the sparkles fly out some nearby windows. And on the front cover of said book, she has emblazoned a flag with blue, white, and pink stripes on it.
Rad.
Yeah. The woman steps down and is like, hello, everyone. I'm the Archmage of Sedaria. You can just call me Gretchen. It's a lot less formal. How are you today? Do you need some lemonade? I could get some lemonade down here.
Oh, if you're offering, that would be lovely. Ah!
Oh.
Adorable.
Blue
So I know who I'm cosplaying. I know who I'm cosplaying.
She's got blue hair and pronouns.
Let's fucking go.
I love her.
Doing quite well, Archmage Gretchen. That would be nice if you do not mind.
Oh, of course. She snaps her fingers and glasses of lemonade just appear in all of your hands.
Oh,
Rad.
In love. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Megan looks at the glass of lemonade in her hand. Then she asks if anybody else wants an extra.
Oh, right. Probably should have known you don't drink. Sorry. Brain's a little fussy these days.
Megan says it's okay, and then somebody gets an extra. Because somebody gets an extra.
Helena takes the extra and starts just double fisting lemonade glasses.
Yeah.
Forgive me for asking. We don't normally find these towers occupied by people. Do you live here?
Yes and no. I work here and live here. Sometimes I'm out and about. What's a mage without a tower, right?
Oh, fair enough. Good lemonade.
It should be good lemonade. It's enchanted.
So, we were here, because we'd like to explore. Is there any chance we'd be allowed to go up?
Oh, sure. Yes. Yeah, the stairs are open. There's just a couple of puzzles along the way. Just the one puzzle, just to keep out some of the monsters that roam around here, and some of the apprentices that don't have much time for thinking about things. Actually, while you're here, would you mind doing me a couple favors before I let you up there?
What sort?
Well, I got a package from a colleague in the Circle of Eight, and I'm supposed to send a package, but things got complicated. For one, I can't really figure out how to open the package from the colleague, and for the other, I lost the tools to properly send over the correct dosage.
Well, who did you know? I mean, be happy to take a look.
Yeah.
Excellent, thank you so much. You're very helpful. I do it myself, but the work of a mate is never done. Right, the package is... she claps her hands together, and a package, book-shaped, it looks like, wrapped tightly in several strings of rope, and with some kind of obsidian lock on top of it with several symbols on it, floats off a side table and floats over to your hands. And as you look at the package, on the lock, there are 4 protruding buttons on it. On closer inspection, you notice that they have sigils on them representing the 4 classical elements. From left to right, fire, water, air, and earth.
Okay.
There's also a note on the back of the package reading Natural Order, signed V.
V. Signed V. Could I ask who V is?
Oh, that's short for Vendalostum. He's a colleague of mine. There's a D after the N that I didn't put in. Typo, sorry.
That's okay. Then I lost them. Just give me 2 seconds. I don't have that noted down, so I'm assuming we've not met him.
Oh, you probably wouldn't have met him. He doesn't live on Sedaria.
Oh, okay. All right,
Presuming he's an archmage of one of the other continents, then?
That he is, yes. He's one of our Circle of 8.
Gotcha. Tag considers his sigils. Fire, water, air, and earth.
Is it alright if we just push the buttons and see if we can open it?
Go for it, yes.
I punch in water, earth, air, fire.
Alright. You push in the buttons, and as you push in the fire button, the lock glows, and a jet of fire blasts out of it at you, Nizip.
Ow.
Fuck.
Wow.
Oh my god.
You okay?
Motherfucker.
16 fire damage.
60.
What was your logic there?
Going from the bottom up, start with water, you have earth above that, the air above that, and then the fire in the sky.
I thought it was water, earth, fire, air.
Possibly.
Gestures towards the book. I mean, if you want to try.
I try.
Careful.
You push in
Careful. it bites.
You push in all the buttons, and as you push in the final one, the lock glows. Click! The lock pops open.
What was your logic there?
I watched a play once called Avatar.
Long ago, the four elements lived in harmony.
see.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
What's a play?
And
Oh.
I also thought that wind goes on water and then storms happen, so air beats water?
Tag just shrugs. Well, your book's open.
Perfect, thank you. Replacement for one of my old spell books. The old one caught fire. I hope the new one won't catch fire. Oh, good, it's not burned. This one appears to be made out of metal, with a little acid burns into it inscribing the spells. Clever.
Now, you mentioned you lost some tools as well?
Yes. I'm supposed to send over a specially prepared potion to some friends of mine over in the northeast. The trouble is, they need exactly 4 ounces of it. And I lost my 4-ounce beaker.
Oh.
I do have, however, an unlimited supply of said potion. She claps her hands. Boom! A giant jug of glowing red liquid falls to the ground next to her. Along with a 3-ounce beaker and a 7-ounce beaker.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's
All right,
simple enough.
let's
Yeah.
do some mathematical calculation here. Based
Fill
on
up the 7-ounce beaker. Pour the 7-ounce beaker into the 3-ounce beaker. What you have left in the 7 ounces, 4 ounces.
Yeah.
That was way too easy. Math
Yeah.
is a
Oh, perfect!
wonderful
Now we have 4 ounces, and I can send it over to... Let me get the address again. She looks over at the letter, squints. What's Elvish for 4?
says.
And what's Elvish for 5?
Do you want me to count in Elvish for you?
No, I'm just saying... I don't think this was meant to be 4.
Oh.
Ah.
What is it?
So do you have any other beakers besides 3 and 7?
Just these!
Just 3 and 7, okay.
Time for math. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Well, we know we have 4 in the 7-ounce beaker, so if we pour half of it into some other container, we have 2 and then 3, and that's 5.
If we can do exactly without another beaker.
is the beaker with the 7-ounce beaker labeled with the label on the side?
So I did some drawings off to the side of the thing, so, currently the 4-ounce beaker is full, so is the 3-ounce beaker. Well, not the 4-ounce beaker. 7 ounces is full up to 4, 3-ounce beaker full all the way.
Yeah, so if we just pour 2 ounces out of the 7-ounce beaker back into the vial, or
Or back
jar,
into the main
whatever,
potion jar, yeah.
and then dump the 3-ounce into the 7-ounce, that's 5.
Yep.
Alright. You try to dump out exactly 2 ounces of the beaker, and then you're like, wait a second. It's not labeled.
Okay.
Give me a second. Something.
Not labeled.
Studied English. You guys are on your own.
It's fine.
I will phrase this puzzle correctly, I swear to God.
Do Tinker's tools have something to measure with? Like a ruler or something like that?
I just know that the small beaker is 3 ounces and the big one is 7.
Okay. Just figured if I could measure and then mark halfway, but that's fine. We could figure it out. Let me jot a few things down myself.
Question: how many ounces is a standard potion of healing?
I don't think a potion of healing's what they need.
No. But just how many ounces would it be?
Google, how many ounces is a potion of healing? It says a vial is typically 4 ounces.
Nice.
It should be
Okay.
solvable with the materials we have before us.
Yeah, all you
Should be.
need is these vials. Everything you need is in the room, basically.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. 3 in the small one and 4 in this big one. All together.
We can't do it by incremental measurements, have to use the full. So we could do 3 and 3 and have 6 in the 7, but then we can't,
That adds up to 13.
yeah.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah. I will allow you to make intelligence checks to try and figure this out.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
Go for it.
$11.
11. All right. Okay. 8 and 16.
Oh, I did not mean to roll that twice. I apologize.
Big brain.
Big brain. All right, getting it back to 2 and so 3. So.
Oh, I think.
Yeah.
Never mind. Go ahead.
So, you keep thinking in terms of adding the liquid, but not necessarily. You haven't thought of subtracting the liquid yet.
Well, we did, but we can't do it exactly.
Hang on. 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 is a multiple of 5.
Yeah, but we don't have a way to get just half of each of the vials.
I mean, if we add, we can have 3 and 7. We don't have a third container. Is the thing.
Yeah.
We don't have a third container, no.
Because, I mean, if we've had both bottles full, dumped out half of each bottle and combined them, that would be 5, but we don't have a way to do that.
Yeah.
I increased the tension pool once more to allow you another intelligence check if you need it.
Hmm.
I don't know, would my 16 have been good enough for one?
I'll count the 16. You don't need to pour out half. You could just pour out all of it.
Okay, so
I'm
we
not
have-
following.
All right.
Yeah.
So, 14 intelligence check. I'll count that. You don't think there is a way to get rid or get to just 5 without any measurements unless one of these vials is empty. Like, from where you are right now, unless one of these vials is empty, you don't think you can pass around enough the liquid accurately enough to get 5.
So if you pour out the 3, pour in 3 more, you're left with 3 and 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do we go from there?
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm doing my math here.
Yeah.
So.
Because if we had a third vial, I could easily get us from there to where we
Yeah,
need.
same.
This is 3.
It's just the trouble.
It's just working with the 2 vials that's tripping me up.
This is 0. And then pour that one. Let's get 1, 3.
So, 4 and 0.
It's the wrong vial.
Well, so 4 and 0. And did I hear right? You poured 3 of the 4 into the 3 vial?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so we're left with 3 and 1.
Mm-hmm. So we could do. Hold on. So 3 and 1.
But that leaves us with. Oh! If we pour out the 3 and then I pour the 1 back in, pour the 7. Pour in the 7.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be 1, 7. Pour the 7 into here. Get 2. That'll add +2 to the small one, leaving us with 5 in the big one.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So it does. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got there ahead of me. I was right on your tail.
Ding, ding, ding!
That makes my brain feel bad.
All right.
My Asianness canceled out my English major.
Yeah. Having successfully poured out a whole bunch of the liquid, you finally are certain you have acquired 5 ounces.
Cool.
All right. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Let's see. She says a magic word, snaps her fingers. The vial disappears in a puff of confetti and smoke. Right. Thank you very much for your help. Stairs are all yours. There should be just one more puzzle up that way before you can get to the roof.
Appreciated.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
See you soon.
All right. She waves goodbye, starts muttering to herself, like, now where did I put that vial? Actually, where did I put my apprentices? And starts, like, rummaging around several different vials as you climb up the stairs. They spiral around. They go side to side, backwards sometimes. They're MC Escher stairs, essentially, but no matter how you walk, you're perfectly in balance on them. And as you keep walking, eventually, you get to a large room towards the top of the tower. And as you step into the room, the grand illusion above captures your attention. The ceiling is transformed into a mesmerizing depiction of space, planets gracefully orbiting the radiant sun. The celestial display paints a vivid cosmic scene, with each celestial body suspended in motion. Upon closer inspection, you notice writings on the walls, an array of various number combinations that seem to correspond with the cosmic spectacle above. The room beckons you to unravel the mystery and unlock the secrets concealed within. From top to bottom, written there, are 6 number combinations. So top to bottom, 6-1, 1-4, 5-7, 2-2, 3-2, and 4-1.
Okay.
All right.
And do we have anything else in the room to know what we're trying to get?
Stairs end at this room, and there's just the cosmic display above you of the stars and planets orbiting the sun.
Okay, so the 6th planet in the solar system, that would be Saturn.
Yeah, are we to understand these are the same planets as us on Earth?
Magically, you have an awareness that although you may not have ever heard of these planets, for the sake of this puzzle, you are suddenly given awareness of planets outside your dimension that'll immediately leave you as soon as you're done with this puzzle. Truly, she is a powerful mage.
Alright, so if each of these correspond to planets, Saturn to Mercury, Mercury to Mars, Mars to Jupiter.
Is there any way to manipulate the display?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
It looks
12.
like the display is an illusion. You don't see any way to make the illusion move, per se. It looks like it's just meant to be a reference for something.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's like no door or anything that we can see.
No door, just like the illusion of space all around you, though you can clearly breathe. Stairs leading back down, planets around the sun.
What about the floor?
The floor looks like space.
Okay.
Okay. So these numbers should correspond to a planet. So then, what do the dashes want us to do?
Maybe travel between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking initially, but then like it works up until the third one, where it's like 5 to 7, unless we.
Wasn't there 8 planets in the solar system?
Yes.
8 or 9.
Never forget Pluto.
Never forget Pluto.
Ruby and Skippy.
Pluto is a dwarf planet.
So I mean, if we're just counting the distance between them,
I don't know if we need to look this up. I will caution to say that I don't know if we need to look things up. Look up the distance.
You do not need to look the exact distance between planets. I would not do that to you.
I'm meaning like the amount of planets between Saturn and Mars.
But that does give us negative numbers because
No, because it's not minusing because you would have 2 planets in between Mars and Venus.
Yeah.
So it would just be 421002.
I think so.
I have no idea because I thought of something and then you said that.
What happens if I like reach out and touch one of the planets?
It shimmers.
Okay.
Let's Jupiter and Mercury first. See what happens.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right.
All right. You touch Jupiter, and then Mercury in that order. Great, jumping Jupiter. You touch Jupiter and Mercury in that order. Nothing happens. They both just shimmer.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because that would make sense if it was like 1, 4, 4, 5, but it doesn't. So
what about Mars then Venus?
You touch Mars then Venus. They both shimmer.
Okay. Oh, not Jupiter. Saturn. Sorry, Saturn's the 6th planet.
Okay.
You touch Saturn and then Mercury. They both shimmer.
Okay.
What if I drag my hand from Saturn to Mercury?
They both shimmer.
Okay.
Huh.
It's like I feel like we have an equation, but we just don't know where to
Yeah.
put the answer.
Yeah. What if we start from the drag from the sun to Mars? Does that do anything?
You drag from the sun to Mars. They both shimmer.
Okay. Everything that we need to solve the puzzles inside the room. So I don't want to test the tension pool.
What about from Sun to Jupiter?
They both shimmer.
We could just say it out loud. There was a previous puzzle where just saying something would, unlock things, so...
Saturn to Mercury?
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Tig is gonna say... Mars, Venus, Mercury, Sun, Venus.
Nothing happens.
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, because like a couple of things like throw wrenches into the
Yeah.
some of the theories that I had, like with the distance, it's like the negative numbers are throwing me. Although if it's like an integer, or if we treat it as a vector, rather, not an integer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Consider
Who's got
both
the
your
highest-
consider both your and my skills in mathematics.
Who's got the highest intelligence score?
I do.
Definitely not me.
Yeah.
So be careful that we call six Saturn and not Jupiter. Yeah, because Atlas, you did say Mars first. You did say Mars first, and that would be 5 minus 1.
Oh, I was going... Well, because
are you going the difference between them, or?
Yeah, the difference between them was what I was doing.
Because that would have given me Jupiter, and that's kind of the sun is 1.
Oh, I was counting the sun as 0 was the thing.
Oh,
so...
the kind of the sun is 0. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
So like the first one would have been Jupiter, if
I'm
that was
making
true.
a check.
Oh damn!
Oh,
Use the inspiration pool to re-roll it because
You
I
got
can
it.
do that, and we have...
Yeah.
we are full as well.
Just kidding. Roll lower.
Oh, come on!
Oh no!
Excuse me?
That's really funny.
Okay, if you roll 2
Wow.
again, it counts as a 20.
No.
No, that's not how that works.
Right.
I'm aware.
Also, increased the size of the pool?
That is a typo from the module itself.
Okay.
I like
Increased to the size. Increased to the size
All
of
right.
the tension.
You know what? Nyx will look to Helena and ask if she's got any ideas.
Helena considers the puzzle with her intelligence of 10.
a...
Do you think Carolina might help a bit with this? Considering
I am
that-
looking at her stats. Homegirl's got an int of 14. I mean, she does do like map making and stuff, so might as well.
She's reasonably smart. I'll let her roll with advantage because she knows maps.
Nice.
Radical.
Okay.
And then the space wyvern came out and said, "You took too long on the math puzzle. Now die."
Do not. I will end someone.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
I love that.
All right. The Carolina considers and is like, all right. So I'm really good with numbers, but I don't see any place like where we plug in the numbers.
Yeah.
So she shrugs. Maybe numbers have nothing to do. Maybe numbers don't have as much to do with it as we thought.
Then why are they there?
I mean, they got to be there for to keep track of something.
Actually, one question. If we put our hand in the thing to shimmer it, if we push our hand further in, is that just going to hit a wall?
Yeah. There's
If you
six of us.
walk as far as you can holding your hand out, eventually you will hit a
Seven of us.
wall.
So there's nothing behind it.
There's nothing behind it, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What if each of us takes one pair of planets?
All right.
Wait a second.
As you do, however, the planets start spinning around. The illusion starts glowing. Something's been triggered.
What if we're thinking about this wrong and it's not distance between planets, but the numbers are the planet and how many rotations it makes around the sun?
fucking answer.
Yeah. The glowing happens and like a loud drone starts echoing, and you hear Gretchen calling up from below. Did you activate the alarm?
I didn't think so.
I phase swift out immediately. Say, shit.
Oh,
I don't
Can
know
we go
what the
back down?
You can go back down.
Right, I just speed back down.
Okay. If I reach into planet number 6, which would be Saturn, can I, like, move it with my hand?
The planets are now moving by themselves. They shimmer at your touch, but vroom will phase right through you as they continue their orbit.
Okay, well, this puzzle's dead.
As in, you're about to suffer the Big Bang.
Actually, technically, when our sun dies, it'll become a red giant. And,
Does it look like Jupiter is moving the fastest among them?
They all seem to be moving at different speeds. I will say right now, consider my knowledge of math as well as general knowledge of math. I don't know the exact speeds of the planets, so we'll say that sure, Jupiter's moving pretty fast.
Well, I was more so looking at Jupiter would be rotating 7 times around versus Saturn and Mars 1 time around.
They're all making
this
multiple rotations. The numbers don't match.
I think the revolutions are more a reaction to us. To us triggering the alarm. Can we go down and ask her to turn it off
I have
first?
no idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Because this is clearly throwing another factor into our thinking that doesn't matter, and it's messing us up.
You quickly head downstairs, and Gretchen's like, I guess that puzzle got you too. I thought the arcane lock was supposed to trigger the next time it happened. Well, I'll just set it up next time. She chants some spells. A magical lock appears on the door leading into the chamber. Right, sorry about that. I can't really give you the puzzle, though. It's against the mage's contract, so...
Right.
Good luck. Don't trigger that again.
I don't even know how we triggered it the first time.
I think you poked it too many times, and it didn't like that.
Okay.
Good to know.
Let's not try this too many times. Let's not poke this thing too many times then.
Fair.
Bye, Swift.
Yeah, you desummoned Swift, so I just made her invisible.
I re-summon Swift.
Voop.
Swift.
Are we in space yet?
Not yet. Who's feeling particularly lucky?
Here, have a trip, shows her the acid.
Hell yeah! Ground
always
control to
willing to
Major
gamble
Tom, I'm fucking flying!
Okay, well,
All
the
right,
thing that I was
Nizip.
about that. Sorry, go ahead.
Have some bardic.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Tragically, I cannot give bardic to myself.
Can I use that with an intelligence check?
It's an ability roll.
It's an ability roll.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Jesus.
11.
11?
Yeah.
11.
Do you want to use an inspiration?
Yeah. We
You got
have them, might as well.
Mm-hmm. Yay, there we go.
There we
There
go.
we go.
Okay.
22 is much better.
You think the second set of numbers doesn't necessarily relate one planet to another planet. It's something about the planet that it's attached to, which I will confirm you did get right that the first number in each set is pointing out what planet the code has to do with, basically.
What I thought. Okay.
And to recap, you don't think that it has that much to do with numbers and math. Like, the numbers are needed, but calculation is not.
So what if it's touch the given planet that amount of time?
Yeah,
You can
maybe.
Try it. All right, everybody take a planet, touch the required number of times.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
You do some planet touching.
Yeah.
They shimmer.
Okay, well, we poked the planets. If we slide them around, do they move, or do they just stay there and shimmer?
They stay there. Gretchen temporarily disarmed the main trap, but the lock works now, so if it goes off again, you might be locked in.
Okay.
Boop.
So we should probably not have all of us up here.
I'll go down. I'll just be like on the stairs.
Okay.
All right.
I'm probably gonna head out too. I literally cannot help you with this. I'm just like, nothing is happening upstairs.
Okay, let's see. So the planets, the numbers don't correspond to like any sum or difference.
Nothing involving calculation.
So we purely have to figure out what it wants us to do to the given planet that amount of times. I would figure.
It's either that or the order.
There's two twos. That can't
Yeah, there's 2 2s, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's 2 2s and 2 1s.
I mean, we
Yeah.
can try touching things at the same time.
But then why go from 2 to 4 to 7?
Freebie, none of the touching seems to have made any difference with the planets.
That's what I figured.
Okay, no touching. Let's not finagle with this. Let's not touch anything, because we don't need to. It seems.
So the only way we could possibly interact with it would be vocally, I suppose.
Yeah. On my intelligence check, did I get that the first numbers corresponded to planets, or just that the numbers corresponded to planets?
Just the first numbers correspond to planets.
Okay. Just making sure.
The Saturn, Mercury, Jupiter.
Earth, Mars.
Does it might have to do with the size of the planets?
I don't.
No, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense because 4 and 6 are the same. Then Mars is definitely not the size of Saturn. You could certainly fit multiple Marses into Saturn. Is there anything in the description that might have been relevant?
I'll go ahead and add one more to the tension pool to look through the description for another hint. Stop saying socket not connected! What's wrong with you? I'll connect your socket, you primrose popinjay! Okay, so the tension pool's not working. Bing bong, it's 4.
Okay.
So, This wasn't in the description, but I'll add it. Helping you along with magical knowledge of the solar system, there is a list of planets written down next to the numbers. It just reads Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn.
So we're only working with 6 planets.
Right.
Yeah, so no Uranus. We already established that with the first numbers being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in order: Saturn, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Earth, Mars.
Wait a minute, what's the code? 42217. That'd be too obvious, though.
I mean, that makes sense. 422.
I've been kicked out of my
171.
own game.
Oh no!
Rip.
DM's gone. That means we can legally leave after 15 minutes.
Whoop whoop!
Woo.
It's not rotations. It's not distance.
Did saying those numbers in that order happen to do anything?
Nope.
Damn.
It's nothing to do with maths. Touching it doesn't have anything to do with it.
You have an idea?
The thing that's throwing me off is the numbers correlating with the planets, because I have guesses and estimates, but none of them match up with the numbers of like the order of the solar system. So it's like,
Yeah, why are they in this order? Why are they in this weird order?
615234.
Before we do something dumb like something Saturn,
Yeah.
Saturn, Mercury. Jupiter.
422171.
That wasn't a serious guess, by the way, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
It's not like we can reorder them.
Remind me again where this list of numbers was.
Next to the list of planets, it's on the wall, just kind of floating where the wall is.
Okay. Are the planets aligned in a line, or are they scattered throughout their orbit?
They're scattered throughout the orbit.
Okay.
Presumably where they are doesn't matter because they begin to move, right?
Yes.
Only if we do something wrong, but it's a fair point.
Yeah, touching them, interacting with them in any way does not do
Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything.
Saturn and Mars, Venus and Earth, Mercury, Jupiter.
Venus.
You want to do another check?
No, I think we should try to figure this out ourselves.
Okay.
I'm just unsure of what else we're missing.
You know, it never hurts to learn how to climb a tower.
I
I thought you were
I don't
gonna
know,
have I thought you had an actual like solution or whatever to get excited.
I have a question.
Okay.
Can Swift activate this place by herself?
No.
Fuck's sake!
You can't
Don't
throw her
blame
into
me.
every trap.
Can't blame me for trying.
Let's see. So Saturn. So the order of the planets in the list is
It's not-
Saturn, Mercury. What'd you say?
It's not rotation. It's not moons.
Okay.
It's not.
Oh, it's definitely not moons. If this were moons, those numbers would be way bigger. For the gas giants.
Yeah, that's why I'm like oh.
And completely incorrect for Earth.
Yeah, that's why it's like then this is.
What? Don't you know about the 3 moons of Earth?
I guess one.
Yeah, we can assume that this should be solvable with a layman's understanding of astronomy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And mathematics, because mathematics aren't involved at all.
Are there any similarities to the planets with matching second numbers? So between Saturn and Mars and between Venus and Earth.
Make one more intelligence check for me.
Okay. I'll do it.
Okay, this is our last one. So before things get bad.
Oh, socket not connected.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
It did that to me too! Oh, shit.
Do you mind if I just use a regular die real quick?
I trust you.
Character sheet up. The fuck are my dice? There we go.
We have a bot in the server.
We do have a bot in the server. Yeah.
Excellent.
But I have transcribed dice.
That's great. They look very pretty.
I rolled a 6, 7, 8, 9. I would like to use inspiration to re-roll that though.
Sure.
So shake. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
Fantastic. You think
Do
you've
you wanna
exhausted
use
all your knowledge of astronomy, and nothing astronomy related seems to be clicking or even related. Aside from just there are planets and they have names.
Yeah.
Let's see.
5, -3, -2,
It's not
0,
calculation.
-1, 3.
Okay, let's see. Make some notes. Saturn.
You have
Haven't
lost
you heard-
connection to the server.
Yeah, I looked
Haven't you
up.
heard of the secret.
I looked up socket, and it seems to be a server-side error.
Server connection lost.
Even the server can't figure this out.
Somebody
So
tripped
like-
over a cord at Forge Company.
Forge company.
Mr. Forge fell over.
Mr. Forge.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
now,
mine's gone
now mine is saying server connection lost.
Somebody must have tripped over a cord.
Yeah.
At the server.
Someone
Those
tripped over.
dang nilbogs.
All right. So, I will once more say, you don't think it has to do with anything involving calculation or anything involving astronomy. Just
Yeah,
planets
that-
and the names of them.
What else is there?
I haven't got a fucking clue.
Because I mean, I tried saying them in the order of the numbers on the right.
It is not the number of vowels. Can you tell we're getting desperate?
Yeah.
Would
I
you
know
bel-
Trill left the room, but
Would you believe me if I said you're... Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait,
um
you can't be serious. You can't be serious.
It's not the number of
No.
vowels. But
Okay.
Trill, go ahead.
I for like the planets and everything, is there a projection also of like orbit trails, or is it literally like just like the stars and sun and planets?
Just stars and the planets.
No.
And would you believe me if I said you were getting closer with counting vowels?
Hang on, I might have an idea. Let's put this in.
Wait.
Oh,
These
timeout
order.
occurred.
Oh, a timeout occurred.
Timeout
This is good.
occurred.
Wait.
No.
5, 6. Wait, 1.
We are dying. Foundry is dying as we're figuring this out.
Foundry just
No.
exploded.
Wait, so what's the sixth planet? Sorry.
A timeout has
Saturn.
occurred!
Oh,
The sixth planet is Saturn.
yeah, Saturn.
Mhm.
Oh god, do not. If I figure this out, I'm gonna scream.
If you figure
Wait
this
a
out, I'll
minute.
take it.
MERS.
A B C D E A.
Doing it. I'm. Oh boy. What will be the fifth planet?
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Oh, is it the? Oh, it's the letter. It's the letter that corresponds to the number.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, good.
It's
So
the-
it's
Mercury.
S
S.
C
C
SET.
S R
R
E
E
A.
A.
M.
Screw.
What does it say?
Peg yells in character.
Yeah, everyone just screams at us.
You'll scream at the top of your lungs.
So, Alex, you know that horrible noise that I made for the Titanus in that one session of Curse Throne?
Yes.
That's what Megan does.
You scream at the top of your lungs in frustration, and as you do so, the illusion dissipates and reveals that you are on the roof of the tower.
Oh my god.
But that's why you were saying it's not related to numbers.
Thank you,
Oh.
Nick.
I want to fucking cry. I did it, but at what cost?
You did it! You
Damn.
saved the city!
The funny thing was, had we typed out their names next to it, it might have been way more apparent.
Oh, that's what I was doing in my notes.
I wrote down.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
I wrote them down, and I was like, is it like consonant vowel, consonant vowel, consonant vowel, or something? And then I realized it didn't make sense. So there had to be a cipher in here somewhere.
I activate the tower.
You activate the tower, and though you're tired as hell and frustrated as hell, once more, you get a view of the area around you, the western plateaus of Sedaria. Here there is some snowfall and more wide open spaces, but unlike the harsh tundras of the Arctic, here the snow seems beautiful, tranquil, peaceful, even. You see, flitting about several snowy owls, enjoying the colder atmosphere, the colder weather, burrowing in some snow drifts to make themselves more comfortable. You see people hiking up and down hillsides, mountainsides, up and down the plateaus. And you see in all of this, the essence of essentially reaching higher, reaching further than just one person can. The spirit of community, reaching upward together for a promise of peace and prosperity. The tower is activated with the power of your screams.
There ain't no fucking peace here.
Y'all at home can't see this, but those in call can see. Nizip screams.
It's like I was so ready to just give up. I cannot be mad at that anymore because that was really clever.
That was a good cipher. That was a good.
I am not a clever man.
That was downright hilarious. This is beautiful.
That should not have taken us 10 tension dice.
Didn't we just spell
And yet,
10 tension dice
10
and
tension
30
dice.
minutes.
30 minutes to learn
Wow.
you just need
Too
to
clever for our own
scream.
good.
I apologize. I am smooth brain.
Oh.
My brain has too many wrinkles and too many things to sift through.
Oh,
People
that
in-
was...
People in chat cannot see, but people in call saw that I was like literally counting like multiple things in my head, trying to figure out every aspect. Because finally, we started to hit with the names when I heard, wait, what about has something to do with the vowels. I'm like,
Yeah, because I knew it wasn't to do with moving stuff because you said at the beginning we couldn't manipulate it, so
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue.
I'll go ahead and move us early to the end screen since we're discussing this.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be doing much else with the
Yeah,
with
since the
site down.
server crashed, I think.
Yeah, server crash. We're ending
Why-
early.
Why don't we all sit in a circle and think about what we just did?
I
I
truly
don't want to
rather
think
not.
about that. It makes me too
let's
sad.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
sorry. I'm more of a letter
I
person
knew it was
than a
gonna
number
be one of those
person.
ones that I knew it was gonna be one of those ones where afterwards we were like, oh my god, I can't
What a
believe.
deceiving mask that was. I'm gonna lie down for about 5 hours.
Oh my god.
God,
Oh
we
my
took so
Lord.
long even found you. I was like, yo, go fuck yourself.
Yes, the essence of life. A timeout occurred. Error code 524. Visit cloudflare.com for more information. You browser working. City you live in, Cloudflare working. Sedaria.forgedvtt.com post error.
Well, at least we activated the tower. Thank
Cool.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You activated the tower and solved the element puzzle in like 5 seconds.
Because of a joke.
Yeah, because of a joke. Like, the actual thing is, hold on, I closed the thing that explains the puzzle. Oh no, oh shit, oh god, oh no.
Oh no!
Yeah. Like, the actual explanation for that, once I scroll up to it, doopy-doopy-doo, fire can transform into air when it burns and creates heat and gases. Air condenses into water vapor when it cools and loses energy. Water can solidify into earth when it freezes, creating solid matter. And earth can be turned into fire when it undergoes extreme heat and pressure, or simply when forced to ignite into flames.
So I'm going to explain the convoluted way I figured that out. So, A, it was Avatar, just the intro. I was thinking of the pattern of that. B, what it was is where Nissa mixed up the two elements. What I remembered is that air defeats water, and I remembered that from a video that Jaden Animations did on Fossil Fighters, where she explained how the different elements beat each other in battle. And the only way she could remember that air beats water is she filled a bowl with water and blew on it.
Fair. To be fair, the way I got to my answer that was wrong was I was going from an alchemy aspect of things.
Yeah.
Fair, yeah.
Because the order I did is the order that the elements are represented in alchemy. So I was like, maybe.
Maybe.
Alchemy has no place in
You have to
puzzles.
remember that most of these should be should be solved with layman's knowledge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, the deadliest things that any D&D party can encounter are scheduling, a puzzle, and a door.
Yep.
Oh.
Because you saw how much we were overthinking these things.
Man, I just wanted to find a princess.
Are
Me
we
too.
gonna move to the post show so we can answer questions?
We're technically in the
we're
post
not
show.
in the
We are in
Oh.
the post show.
Yeah, I
Oh.
moved us to the end screen early because with Foundry crashing, there's really no point beyond
There
solve
was
the
just
puzzle
no
and get
outro,
out.
so I thought we were still in.
Can you imagine? Princess, we finally found you. Now we can get you back on the throne.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a puzzle.
Yeah. This is my outro. Thanks for watching. Outro! I did.